Dun, dun, dun. Welcome to sunny Barcelona. I am JC Stapleton, ready to kick off Season 7 of Formula Poop. We have a great field and a unique grid to start the race here. In the pole position, Big Theo, a rookie, new driver, sensational in Formula P, now up at Formula Poop. We're expecting a lot from this driver. In the number 2 position, Seb, also a rookie, also showed great pace in qualifying. If not for a accident on the main stretch with B-Worm, he could have been on pole as well. In the 3 spot, a familiar face. This is Dobro, last year's champion. And also in the 2nd row with him, Firehex. He seems reborn on Kona Brewery. The pressure's off him. He's the top midfielder right now for this brand new sensational team. On the 3rd row, the Cleef and Matt Villain, 5 and 6. 7 and 8 is B-Worm and Hladizzle, a great qualifying effort to get himself up to 8th. We're expecting big things with that Bugatti engine this season. 9 and 10, Nastradigus and Bird Boy. Surprising for both of these two. They're going to battle probably right to the end of the race. And then 11 and 12, we have some new racers. We have Black, a talented young rookie coming up through the system. This is going to be his first professional race in Claf Sun. Known for his big race victory in Poop Car, he tries to bring his talents to a Formula Poop vehicle. And then finally, in the 13th spot, we have Claf Dada. Terrible starting position for this talented driver. We'll see how much ground he can make up. And they're off! And a good start, terrible. Carol, there's an accident in the back. It looks like Black went into Friend. He is out of it. We're on board with Seb here. He gets passed up by Frank. Frank on the inside. Theo just shooting away. Dobro cuts off Frank and holds on to 2nd place. Now Alex battling with Nastradigus for this 5th spot here. Behind him, you can see in the rear view, there is the Cleef. Frank pulling away here right on Dobro's gearbox. That's 1, 2, 3. Theo up front. Dobro, then Frank as they head through the hairpin. Right behind them, Seb's in 4th. We fall behind here. Here's Friend. He's limping. He got smashed by Black at the open gun here. Back on board with Alex. Alex now making a move on Mike. Can't do it. He's going to head into the backstretch. The Cleef right on his tail. Let's see if Alex makes a dive bomb here for the corner. He does. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? He loses it a bit. Mike right on his tail. Mike gets around the outside. But he can't hold it as we go back up front. Frank getting some pressure from Seb. Seb going to try to make a run here. As they head down the front stretch, Frank blocks to the inside, but that doesn't work. And Seb gets around him. Frank falls in right behind him. Now, behind them, there's a big battle. It looks like the Cleef looked to the outside on Alex. Now looking to the inside. Alex holding the line. He's going to head through this corner. We got a big pack here in the back. Mad Villain holding his line, and now he's going to go after Nastradigus on board with Frank. Was passed by Seb, now trying to keep pace with him. Seb has a car with a lot of downforce here, a very strong engine. It's going to be a challenge for him to keep up with this rookie. Now back to the Cleef. Cleef looking at Alex, trying to sniff his way through. Right behind him is Hladic. Behind them is Claf Dada. As they head through these series of corners here, a big 5-pack here. Trying to figure out the midfield. And let's see if Cleef makes a run here at the turn up ahead. He has a run on B-Worm, actually. It's B-Worm ahead of him. And he's going to dive, but doesn't have enough to complete the pass there. Back on board with Frank as they head through the final set of corners here. You can see Theo just completely out of the picture. He's off in the lead. Dobro, Seb, and now Frank as they are battling through. Back to Clap No here. He's in the back, and he's keeping pace here with Black. Black had that incident right at the beginning. Black was able to get by Clap No. And they are having a fierce battle here. 5-pack heading through, led by Nastradigus as he heads into turn 1. Promoted to, looks like they're off. Looks like Black is off. It looks like Clap No is off. Looks like this is around that big sweeping turn in the final complex. They're going to both get back on track here, but back up to Mikey. It looks like we have Nastradigus followed by the Cleef. The Cleef goes off. The Cleef gets a little unstable. Helatic blows right through. Good stability there from Helatic, and so now you have Digus, Heladizzle, the Cleef, Claf Data, and it looks like behind them, I would assume that's B-Worm. As they head through the complex here, let's see if Helatic makes a run on Digus. He goes to the outside. Good defensive positioning by Nastradigus as they head through here. Helatic going to try the double under, doesn't have it, and they've backed up the pack. So now the following 3 cars have a shot. As we switch over to the Cleef now, he's looking to the outside. He's going to run on Helatic, although that Bugatti has a ton of speed. I can't see, even if he has DRS, Cleef making a run on the front stretch, but Helatic's going to make a run on Diggs. Blows right by him. The power of the Bugatti didn't have a chance there. So now Cleef looking to the inside on Diggs. Let's see if he can complete the move. No, he doesn't. He didn't have enough pace there. So now a reordering of this mid-pack. Looks like we lost Claf Data in this mix. He's gone off track. So we have Helatic, Diggs, Cleef, and B-Worm back there as they are all battling for that, I think, 6th position at this point. An intense first couple of laps here in the midfield. Theo's run away at the front. Dobro, Seb, and Firehex battling. And now we're on board with Black as he's battling Claf No. Let's see if he can make a move here as they head through this last set of turns. This is going to be Black's chance as they head down the front stretch. He opens up DRS. No opens up DRS. I don't think he's allowed to have it. As they fire down the straight here. And it looks like Theo has caught up to these two. And they're Black with a great move to the inside of that corner. Theo gets around No, as he's going to try to go to the outside of Black. Beautiful passing by Theo. Great pass by Black on No in the first corner. Theo gets past the back markers, and now we'll see if Seb can do the same. That's what happens if you crash out early. And we're going to jump up here. And here's Darbro and Frank. Fierce battle right now for 3rd place. Darbro has gotten ahead of Frank, but Frank has closed the gap as they head through this hairpin. Frank is right on Darbro. Maybe he had an incident, I'm not quite sure, but Frank is not giving him anything, and there's No off the track, comes in, almost spoils the party, but Darbro and Frank were able to avoid, and now Frank right on him with the DRS. Let's see if he makes a move. No, he's going to conserve. Probably thinks his better shot is on the front stretch here, so Frank holding this tight line, hoping for DRS on the front stretch. That's got to be where he makes his move as they head through the last few corners here. Heading around. Yeah, he's in DRS range, so there could be a shot. Darbro's going to probably spend all of his battery. No, Frank goes off! Oh, poor timing for Frank. He had a chance. He had it lined up. The DRS is going to get him back into the fight. There you see No and Black. They're going to be an obstacle coming up here. So Frank's able to close down the gap after the mistake. He might be out of a second range here. But these two back markers should slow up Darbro a bit. I wonder if Frank's burned through his tires here. A little too early keeping pace with Darbro. Black, takes a hard inside corner. Darbro's able to get around him. Now Frank dive bombing to the inside. That's not going to help his tires much, but they both get through without incident. No up ahead, though. He is probably the bigger problem. A new driver on the track, still getting a feel for these Formula Poop cars. As Darbro heads through, Frank's going to have DRS again. He flips open the flap. Probably not going to make a run here. Saving up that battery for a big run down the front stretch. Great battle here for these two. It's all about consistency as they wrap through this complex. Getting speed on the exits. Darbro looking solid, but now Frank's closed the gap a bit. He's looking closer. He's going to have a chance here. Let's see if he can finish this final turn. He does. It's clean as they head. What a terrible camera angle, but Frank moving to the inside. Let's see if he makes a run. No, he pulls back in behind Darbro. Darbro spending all of that battery and wasn't able to get by. Frank's probably going to take another lap to do it on board with Friend here. He's looking at the backside of Nastradigas. As they pass under, a very tight battle as they head to the front stretch. Looks like now Nastradigas to the inside. He's going to get around Billy. Billy goes off the track. Now Friend's going to make a move on Billy. All these guys are battling for position. Cleef is pulled away from this pack. Friend looking to the inside. Nothing there for him. He's going to fall in behind as they head through this corner. Really tough passing environment here in Spain. Not a lot of opportunities. You have to wait for someone to make a mistake or really capitalize on DRS. Digas has been under pressure this entire race. And let's see, both B-Worm and Friend Bird Boy will have DRS on the backside here. Let's see if Billy dive bombs Digas. He's not opening his flap. Bird Boy does, and he's right on the gearbox of Billy. Billy wasting an opportunity to get ahead, but looks really smooth in that section. They're gonna be probably 3 wide on this front stretch as they head through the final corner. Digas trying to hold him off, charging his battery. Now he's going to dump it. DRS open for B-Worm and Friend. Terrible angle as they head down the front stretch. Friend to the inside. He's looking. He's by Billy. Now Billy right in on the gearbox of Friend. He had nothing. Now Billy goes to the inside. What a move. Can't pull it off. Bird Boy holds as they continue to battle. What a move by Bird Boy. Oh, and there's a lockup by Bleck. We're going to stick with this fight here because it looks like Bleck is getting in the way as they head through, but they all pass through. And now Digas trying to get around. Trying to get around. No. They hit. Front slips by. Billy's going to slip by. You see in the background, Mike and No in the wall. What an end to that battle. And then here's Darbro. Darbro is pitted. Darbro has pitted to get out of the battle with Frank, but he's ended up behind 2 people you don't want to be behind. Well, I guess one person's okay. Friend is a teammate, but Billy is the last person. The last person you want to be behind. Darbro with fresh tires trying to make a move on Billy. Looks to the outside. Billy defending to the inside as they head down the last corner. Darbro's got to make a run here. He's got to get by Billy. He shoots way off the track. He's forced off the track by Billy, but slips right back into his slipstream. Let's see if he makes a run here. Billy not protecting. Darbro doesn't have the pace. They both had DRS that cycle, but I think the battle, Darbro shoots to the inside, but Billy had the pace to close him off. Darbro's going to have to sit behind him another lap. The battle there did create a gap between B-Worm and Bird Boy. Hopefully it's a second for Darbro. Doesn't want to be a part of the DRS train. We saw what happened to him there. He's hoping he can maybe harass Billy enough here to open up the gap between him and his teammate. Now Darbro looking on the inside. Billy closes it off, sneaks to the outside, doesn't have the speed. They bump, they both slide off. Aggressive by Darbro. Thankfully they both correct and stay on the track. That is some unfortunate damage for Darbro on that front wing. He's battling Fire Hex right now. Although Firehacks hasn't pitted yet, Dabro just poor team strategy to end up behind Billy. You see the gap between Billy and Friend, super wide. Billy has focused all his energy on holding up Dabro here, and he has been effective. This is really killing Dabro's race. As they head through the final corner, Dabro will have DRS against B-Worm, who won't. As they head through, let's see how Billy defends here from this terrible camera angle. Dabro right on his tail. They both shoot to the inside. Billy super defensive. Dabro to the outside. No, a fake. He goes back inside. As he takes the inside part of this corner, they touch as they go through. Billy off the inside of the track. Can he get it back on? He can't. And Dabro slides ahead on track. He's in 4th position. I don't know if that's accurate, but he is ahead. Lost a lot of time there. A lot of time that he could have really like to have. Back on track here, we're with Seb. Seb has pitted. He's getting by Frank. Frank just doesn't have the pace right now. Seb is flying with DRS. He's going to get cleanly past Frank as they head into turn 1. So right now on track, it's Theo, Seb, and Frank. Frank has not pitted, but if he does, he's probably going to come out well ahead of Dabro, which was an important battle. Behind them is Matt Villain in the Cleef. And then here's Black. Black battling again with, it looks like, no, that person ahead is way too fast. That's probably Theo. Well ahead of the field, but he's taking corners well for his rookie race. Looks nice and smooth in that 7 car. Here's Diggs. Diggs suffered a pretty catastrophic incident in this corner up here with No. Thankfully, didn't end his race. He's back on track, and he's just going to have to put in some hot laps now to get back in the picture. And here we have Hula Dizzle. Good race from him so far. He's trekking along here. Right now, he's sitting in 8th spot, being lapped by Frank, but still keeping it on the track, looking solid. Behind him here, I believe, is Friend. That means Dabro can't be too far behind. So very likely, Firehex has pitted, and so here's the gap. Firehex comes out a good 5 seconds ahead of Dabro. You can see the gap. There's Dabro in the background in that blue and white market basket. So B-Worm did his damage, and now Dabro, as he's known to do, is going to have to fight back through this field. Again, not in a great spot. He has his teammate in front of him. He should be able to get around him. Hula Dizzle, he's lapped right now, but doesn't mean he won't battle, especially if it means battling Dabro. And now we're going to fall back to Black. Black getting some lap pressure. He goes off. Oh, boy. That's a tough corner there if you're not feathering the throttle properly. And he goes off. Now Mad Villain heading into the pits. This is a big pit stop for him. We haven't talked much about Mad Villain. And we jump to Clap No, but Mad Villain having a very good race. Battling right now in 5th position. And there's Black and Clap No heading down that back straight. So Mad Villain comes out. He is sitting in, I believe, 6th position. Up ahead, you can see the Cleef. The Cleef has not pitted yet. No, he has pitted yet. Forgive me. So the Cleef has pitted. He's put on super hards. Mad Villain here has put on mediums, I believe. So he should really catch up to the Cleef quickly here. And there could be a battle coming up between these two. That's going to be for position. On board with Dabro. Still has not caught up with Friend. Just really struggling around this track to make up ground. He's got Friend. You can see in the distance Frank. And now B-Worm here. He's in a bit of a race of his own as well. He's behind his teammate by a good margin. Not sure where he lost it. He must have just pitted, gone off the track, something along those lines. Black here coming into the pits. He's going to swap out some tires, hopefully fix some damage. Not a lot of battles on track right now. Clap No getting around clean. Here comes Frank, ready to pass him. Goes wide to the outside. The two market baskets underneath. They're going to have to take on Clap No here. Let's see if they can get around him. Clap No cuts to the inside. What a gentleman. allows one market basket through, allows the other, respects the blue flag. You gotta love it. Now up to Seb. Seb is absolutely flying, sitting in second position right now. Unfortunately, Theo is pretty far ahead. Seb has pitted, but he has about a 30-second gap to Theo, who's in first and is absolutely flying nice and clean through turns 1 and 2. He looks like he's coming up on Bleck here. Let's see how he gets around him. Bleck has had a lot of trouble with these 2 next corners here, so could be a bit of a roadblock as Seb tries to catch up. And there he goes. He's off again. Bleck off into the sand. Seb zooms by. Darbro catching up to Fred now. This should be a pretty clean pass. These 2 teammates work well together. As they head through, Darbro's going to flip the DRS. We'll get the terrible camera angle as Darbro fires through. Let's see how they get through here on turn 1. Not going to switch positions yet. Letting Darbro get a little closer, probably save up some battery there. Get the DRS pull, and then they'll probably swap it out in the next corner or so. As they head down. Oh, and here's a battle. Looks like the Cleef and Alex are battling into turn 1. Alex to the inside with the fresher tires. The Cleef trying to stay with them. This is a battle for position. Alex had the DRS, takes the position as they head down the stretch, but the Cleef's not giving up here. Again, both on fairly new tires. Alex on the mediums, the Cleef on the hards. Alex should really pull away here, but the Cleef is staying with them, really burning through the tires on that hairpin. And now you can just see the extra pace that Alex has through these tight corners. He is going to pull away. Does Cleef have the DRS? He does. He flips it open as he heads through. Not close enough to make a move here. Can he keep pace? Can he catch up on this front side? You'd think the tire advantage from Mad Villain is the differentiator. We don't know. Looks like Halatic is off in the weeds there. He's going to get in the way, but not, or thankfully doesn't get in the way. And it looks like Mad Villain's a little too far ahead. Nope, the flap isn't popping up, so the tire change makes sense for Murph's place here. Alex is slipping away from the Cleef. We'll see how this plays later in the race, where these mediums are going to get toasted pretty quick. On board here with Darbro. He's gotten by Friend. They've made the switch. Darbro now trying to chase down Frank. Pretty big gap that's formed, about 5 seconds. We'll see if he can catch up. Dizzle coming out of the pits. Should be in fairly clean air, sitting in 8th position. He's got Diggus behind him, and that's really the battle for him. Diggus and Friend right now are sitting in 7th, or I'm sorry, in 9th and 10th. And if Dizzle can hold out, a strong 8th place finish here would be impressive. Cleef still keeping pace with Mad Villain. Nothing going there. And now we got a bit of a battle here with Frank. Frank, well, that's him just getting by, I would imagine, Bleck, although they're pretty tight there. That looked like more of a B-worm move than a Bleck move as they're battling. So I was saying with Dizzle, sitting in 8th place right now. Both Diggus and Bird Boy had incidents earlier in the race. And if they can hold out, that would be a pretty impressive run. And now we're battling here. Is this Cleef? Cleef has gotten ahead of Alex again. So Alex must have had an incident in the final stretch of corners. The Cleef is out in front. And again, this is 2 or 3 laps later. Those medium tires have to be hurting. The Cleef battling here, holding Alex behind him. That was a bit wide. The Cleef hugging the inside. He's going to block Alex through this hairpin. So a big battle, big mistake for Alex. And he has to try to find a way to get around him here. That Reese's car really hugging in a defensive role. He knows if he can hold him out with these tires, he has a real good opportunity of staying ahead of him after the next pit stop as they go around Claff. No. Alex can't make a move because of Claff. No. He has to take try the double under, but the Reese's car was very defensive there. Alex is going to have to wait for the front stretch again. Again, losing precious seconds as they head through. Alex right on the gearbox. He's absolutely going to be able to make the pass on the front stretch again, but a couple of wasted seconds, a wasted lap for Alex with those very fresh, now not so fresh, medium tires. Alex is going to blow by, have that inside line, cuts back to the outside to take a much smoother turn 1 and turn 2. I'd love to go back and see what happened to Alex there, but that could cost him. And the gap is getting a bit wider every corner. And here's back on board with Bleck. A couple of smooth turns there. He's really starting to get a feel for the track. Cleef battling here. And I wonder, depending on how Matt Villen's tires are looking, if he has to throw into the pits soon. Cleef is staying right with him, has DRS on this backstretch, really up on him, and this could be a tire game between Reese's and Murph's place. If they're both going to pit, it's really an important decision on when and what compound they go with. They're both going to be approaching Bleck here as they head to the front stretch. Cleef is going to have DRS here. Let's see if he makes a move or if he just conserves. Alex has his teammate in front of him. Could work strategically with him. Alex dumping battery. They both are. Cleef can't cover the gap. As they come through turn 3. And they're going to meet Bleck in probably the worst part of the track to meet Bleck at this series of corners where he has not been great, and they get by him, fortunately. But yeah, that Reese's car sticking right with Matt Villen. Now we switch up to Dobro. Dobro, a lot of clear air here. He is trying to chase down Frank. Again, about 5 seconds. Let's see once they hit the front stretch if we can see. Oh, he's going to head into the pits. So didn't feel like he was able to catch him on these tires. He is going to head to the pits and throw on some new tires, the Dobro special. Theo now battling with Bleck. Tries to take him to the inside. This is our race leader. He has been sensational, both in qualifying and in this race. Right now, a huge lead over Seb, almost half a track. He is looking untouchable right now in his debut race. Excellent job. Bit of a fight here. Well, not so much a fight. Looks like Firehex has slipped by his teammate, Diggus. Diggus trying to claw back, trying to catch Ladizzle for that important 8th position. Frank trying to stay ahead. And maybe this is a great move by Dobro. His team, after a really bad move in the first pit, his team saw that he was coming up to Frank's teammate. Instead, gets that pit in, doesn't have to battle the Kona driver, and he can do some hot laps here. Seb zooms by, and in the background, there's Ladizzle into the wall. I don't know if you saw that, but Ladizzle went into the wall before the front stretch, and that's going to present a huge opportunity right now for Theo, for Nostradamus and Friend, who are trailing behind him right now. Theo just clearing lap traffic, got by Dobro. That's a rare sight. You don't see that very often. And now we have Cleef still on the back of Matt Villen, hasn't let him go, and Alex goes off, way off. Cleef zooms by, and with DRS, he is going to build up a huge advantage here on the person he is battling. Those tires can probably go a few more laps. It looks like Matt Villen's tires are absolutely done. And look at the gap that's built up. So behind him you see Theo, who is lapping them. And then behind all of them is Dobro. What a gap he has opened up there. And now here's Dobro trying to get around Alex. And really struggling, but Alex is all over the track. Cleef lets Theo by. That's going to propel him a little bit further ahead. Let's see if Cleef was able to do it and get the DRS here. Number with B-Worm here. And he's all alone, sitting in 7th place right now. Dobro coming up on some lap traffic. This is Mad Villain. And right now, as it stands, we have Theo up in front. Dobro looking to the inside. Alex is not giving him space. So just like B-Worm battled Dobro, Alex, Murph's plays not giving an inch. Dobro shoots to the inside, can't get by him. But Alex goes off. Those tires are absolutely toast. Can't do it, can't do it. So Theo up front, Seb number 2. We have Frank in 3rd, Dobro in 4th. Right now, we have Cleef in 5th, Mad Villain in 6th, B-Worm 7, Hula Dizzle 8, Diggus 9th, and Bird Boy 10th. Still a lot of race left to go. And the Murph's Place Market Basket rivalry is reborn here late in the race. Sladizzle coming out of the pits here. He is going to have Theo pop up behind him here. Big pit stop after that incident on the main stretch. Really costly. And you can... I mean, right now, it looks like Diggus is about 4 seconds behind Hladizzle. So this is going to be a tight race there. The battle between Frank and Dobro should be tight. B-Worm heads through the corner. Looks like Claff No Nose taking a bit of a break. Here's Bird Boy also trying to chase down Diggs and Hladizzle. It should be a bit of a battle. But right now, really focused on consistent hop laps. That's what you have to do. Dobro now coming up to Nastor Diggus. We'll see if Diggus lets him go by or if he tries to battle him here to help Frank. And this is an important fight here. So Diggus is playing defensive. He tried to make a move, but Dobro just had the pace. Dobro goes off. Let's see if Diggus can make a run on the inside of the corner. He tries to. Dobro has the advantage on the inside. Diggus tries to sneak up the outside. Can't do it. He's going to be right on his gearbox here for the front stretch. This is an important fight. Dobro has gone through hell all race and has not been able to come out ahead, but he's got the speed here. I don't think Diggus got a good exit. We'll see if he tries to make a run, but he looks pretty far behind. Doesn't look like he can do it. Dobro dumping battery like no one's business. He's able to stay ahead, and that was a crucial move by Dobro there. That fight is intense, and I think between Mad Villain, B-Worm, and now a bit of Diggus, I think Dobro has just been put on his back foot. I don't think a podium is in the cards as we head through this. Hladizzle off the track, and we just saw Diggus drive by, so Hladizzle goes off the track, couldn't stay on, and Diggus gets by, so Diggus up to 8th position. Helatic in 9th. Friends sneaking up too. A lot of people here. There's Cleef. There's Dobro. Dobro about to lap Cleef, it looks like. And let's see if Cleef gives Dobro a battle. The way things are rolling, I wouldn't be surprised. But it looks like as they head down the front stretch here. Oh, Cleef goes into the pits. So again, an important pit. Mad Villain has already pit. Cleef now pitting. Looks like he's going to put on super hards. Mad Villain has put on mediums. So there's Halidizzle off again. The race just getting worse and worse for the Goya driver. And who's that in the background? That could be probably Mad Villain, I would imagine. So Mad Villain comes through. We have Cleef in the pits. They're going to come out pretty close to each other. Here is Diggus sitting in 8th. A good spot to be in for him. Let's see if we can see this battle here. There goes Halidizzle into the pits again. He's going to give up another position. He falls to 10th. And that's unfortunate. Clafnono coming out of the pits. He is pretty far behind, sitting in 12th right now, but still putting on a good race. Halidizzle out of the pits. So the closest battle, I think, right now would be Cleef and Mad Villain. Let's see if we can jump to them. And there's the Cleef. He lets Seb by as a back marker, but a big gap. So right now, we have Mad Villain about 5 seconds or so ahead of Cleef. Different tires, about 10 laps left. And you can see Mad Villain way up front there. He's about to get lapped by Seb as well. This is the battle for 5th position. Cleef with those super hards. I believe Mad Villain just has hards on, not mediums. Not exactly sure. Gonna get another good look at his car here, but this is probably going to be the closest battle. This and Fire Hex and Darbro. Jumping up to B-Worm. B-Worm right now sitting in 7th. He's got a pretty clear air ahead of him. Might have another pit stop to go, but he's just got to stay consistent here. If he can stay in this groove, probably doesn't have a shot to catch up with Cleef and Mad Villain unless they battle. About 10 seconds behind here for B-Worm, trying to catch up. And there's a pretty aggressive move there. Darbro and Mikey is still battling, it looks like. As they come through, that is Diggus. So I'm not sure what happened to Darbro to let Mikey back in this fight, but he is battling. Now he's pulling away pretty rapidly. Darbro looking here to get around Black. Diggus trying to stay relevant, trying to battle for his teammate Firehex in 3rd position, giving Darbro a ton of hell. And you just love to see it, but Darbro's through. So I think what most likely happened there, Darbro again pitted, ended up behind Mike, was able to battle through. Now Diggs trying to get around Black. He's able to do so. Behind them is Bird Boy, it looks like. So this is a bit of a battle here. You have Darbro, Diggus, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's in that car there, but they are battling. Oh, it's Theo. Theo trying to get around here. Takes the inside. Odd corner to try to take the inside. Gets a little loose. Almost cost him his race. Now trying to battle Diggus on the outside. They try to get around Clef. No. Diggus is going to have the inside. Theo has the pace. Can he hold it around the outside? He can. A hairy moment there for a race leader. He is able to get through, though, and continue his torrid pace through the field. Hopping back to Bird Boy. Bird Boy right now, he is a good 7 seconds behind Diggs. Has a long way to go, but can certainly do it. He's looking smooth. Really had that first lap incident that cost him a lot of time, but he's been battling his way back. Seb right behind him, looking for a bit of an overtake as he's going to have Bird Boy in a blue flag situation. Kid is flying to Halidizzle, getting around Clafnono. Halidizzle not in a great spot right now. Couple of big incidents. He had a great start to this race, but seemed to lose his focus at some point. And, good car. Has a chance to be a difference maker through Season 7 here as we go through the field. Diggs now putting in some hot laps, trying to keep friend behind him. Dabra now battling Seb. Seb is a lap ahead of him. On board with Friend. Friend's got Theo behind him. We'll see how he makes that overtake nice and clean. Gentlemanly move by Bird Boy as he's trying to chase down. Well, he's actually right now ahead of Diggs. Diggs did go into the pit, so he's come out ahead. That might be a battle near the end of this race. We'll see as the laps tick away. Seb looking to get around Friend here. Seb going to try to take him on the front straight. Let's see how he makes this overtake as they head down. DRS flap open for Seb. Staying nice and tight. Let's see if he makes a move to the inside here. He does. Bird Boy doesn't defend much. Took him a while to make that move. I expected a pass much earlier on. Seb probably saving some battery there, looking for the fastest lap later in the race. He's about, 25 seconds behind Theo. So it's not out of the question if Theo does pit one more time that Seb could make this interesting. So Diggs did pit, and he is hunting down Friend here. And right on his butt is Hladek. Hladek's going to try to make a move here. I believe Hladek's a lap down at this point. Doesn't necessarily need to make that move, but we'll try to get back to that battle. Here's Frank in open air, looking solid. And here we are back with Diggs. There goes Hladek to the inside. He gave it to him. It looks like Diggs just pulled off. Nastradigus said go on through to Hladizzle, and now Hladek is just blowing away. He's not even close. Not sure what the thinking was there for Nastradigus, but he just let Hladek blow right by. Here's Frank, as you can see, nowhere near Nastradigus. He's in open air, trying to stay ahead of Dabro. Doing a damn good job of it. And now Diggus trying to chase down Hladizzle. No idea why he let him by there. But he is on a mission. I think he realized that that was a poor decision for sure. Theo heading through the back straight, looking clean as always. This car is just performing well in his hands. Beautiful Formula Poop logo on the sides. Both he and Seb will have a chance to join one of these amazing teams for Race 2 up at Silverstone. Question is, what teams will they pick? It's a tough decision. Friend here fighting through Hladizzle. So Bird Boy has pitted. We said Diggs pitted, fell behind Bird Boy. Bird Boy's done his final pit stop, potentially of the day. He's fallen now behind. So the grid as it stands is Theo, Seb, Firehex, Dabro, Mad Villain, Cleef. Oh, and someone's off there. It looks like Bleck. Mad Villain, Cleef. Then you have B-Worm. Looks like Hladek is in the picture. Diggus, Friend. And then you get into Bleck and No-No. But here's Bleck looking good. Just keeping it on track. Has a couple of issues here or there, but perfectly normal for a new driver. Not a lot of battling at the moment. I think the closest fights here are pretty soon going to be Diggs and Friend, depending on how Friend's tires perform in this outlap. Hladek battling, it looks like, oh, both of them go well off track here. That's Claff No-No and Hladek. Theo now heading into the pit. Looks like he's going to try to make a run for fastest lap. He has such a big lead on the entire field. He's going to give it a shot, although this is going to put Seb in a pretty lucrative position. Wind down here. Let's see if we can get one of the final battles if we can. Vladik looks solid. Now here's Seb. Seb's pitting as well. So Seb could have tried to, take advantage of the Theo pit. He would have been about 5 seconds behind him. Instead, he's going to go for the fastest lap here. About 2-3 laps left. Both of them going to try to put in some hot laps here. We'll see how it goes. And there is Friend closing in on Nastradigus. You can see him in the foreground. He's got to get around Claff No. Might be able to there. Ladizzle. Again, driving well. Just a bit out of the race at this point. And back on board with Bird Boy. You can see the gap between him and Mike in the foreground. Theo, in trouble. You can't have a hot lap when there are hot cars in your way. Let's see if you get some clean air this lap. Might have even had a DRS opportunity there, but doesn't look like it. Now, here's the race for 5th position. Cleef, on fresher tires, super hards, has been cutting down the gap to Mad Villain. It's gaining about a half second every lap, and as you can see, this has gotten really tight. They battled earlier in this race. Cleef has had the tire advantage, but now he has to prove it on track as Mad Villain has track position with about 2 laps left. Let's see how this battle comes down. Down the front stretch, and you can see Cleef is just clawing out time. Clawing out time. Takes that corner a bit wide, but is able to hold it. Those tires are still performing. Oh, you can hear the rubber screech off as there's Black in the background. He's able to get out of the way, let these two battle. Important DRS zone here. Let's see if Cleef can get it. I'm not sure if he's within a second. So head down the back stretch. Nope, the flap doesn't flip open, but you can still see he's clawing back time. Every corner. I think Mad Villain's tires are toast here. Very wide by Mad Villain. Cleef is now sniffing him, looks to the outside, cuts it back to the inside. Mad Villain is struggling here. He's going to have DRS. Cleef is in position to make a run down the front stretch here, right on the gearbox. Let's see if he makes a move this lap. Flap open. Alex protected to the inside. Cleef to the outside. He's going to get it clean. Alex slips back in behind. Let's see if he can stick with Cleef. He is absolutely flying. He's got the traction through turns 1 and turn 2. Alex holding. Around turn 3, and this is where Cleef's tire advantage is going to play well these next couple of corners here. You can see the gap opening up. He just has that little extra grip he needs through all of these corners. Alex had a sensational race, and it really hurts here to lose it on the final lap, but you can see he's just struggling with that car. Poor pit strategy from the Murph's Place team here. Just made Alex vulnerable. Made him a bit vulnerable here at the end of the race. And I just don't see him catching him at this point. Jumping ahead to Diggus. Diggus has Friend right on his tail. They are battling here through the final complex as well. This is a tight race. This is up to the line. Final lap. Let's see if Friend can get him at the line. As they head through, but they both have the DRS. The DRS train will advantage Diggus there. You can see in the background the battle between Cleef and Mad Villain. That's going to hold as stands. And there it is, folks. A thrilling victory for Theo. Can't wait to see what team he joins next race. Seb also, another sensational rookie debut. Great overall race. Thank you all for joining us here at Formula Poop. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Silverstone. Dun, dun, dun.